What's up, everybody? We are taking another look at the Explorer format, and this time we are playing Blue-White Control. Let's go. What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Roxora, and here we do all things Magic the Gathering. Today we're doing another deck for the Explorer format, and what I wanted to do this time was kind of showcase a deck that is as close to Pioneer as we're going to get. You know, a lot of people, when the Explorer format was first announced, weren't really sure how true to Pioneer the format was going to start out. And I think this deck is not only just good, but proof of that concept. So quite literally, I took a look at a lot of Pioneer decks and just tried to find ones that were very, very close. There's some Phoenix decks that are very close. There's some blue, red, black mid-range deck, and this was one of the ones that also was good and had another one of those cases. So I believe the 77 of these cards are a one-to-one replication from a list that went, I think it was 6-0 on MTGO and Pioneer. The only difference is the 3 copies of Supreme Verdict, which we don't have, which I'm just replacing with Shadow the Sky. Otherwise, every single card is already on Arena. So really, really cool to see that. So, pretty much all we would need to make this deck one-to-one with Pioneer is just Supreme Verdict, and that's it. So anyways, before we go over the deck, if you guys could leave a like, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff would really help me out with the channel. But yeah, let's go over the deck here. It's pretty self-explanatory. We've got a Yorion base control deck, with some Omen of the Seas, some Narsets, and some of the Planeswalkers up at the top end. This kind of strategy has been around for a while, just using Yorion to generate value when we're in those kind of grindy matchups, but otherwise we're kind of just a normal control deck, just with 80 cards instead of 60. So we've got our removal spells and March and Portable Hole, as well as Fateful Absence. We've got our counter spells in Droid Disruption, Dovin's Veto, and Absorb. Absorb being a really good one since, in Historic, you typically think of Archmage's Charm. We don't have that, so Absorb is another good counter spell that also gains some life in the aggressive matchups. And then we've got some card advantage here with Memory Deluge, Narset, as I mentioned. And then we've got our Planeswalkers here with Wandering Emperor and Teferi, some of the best Planeswalkers that you can think of. And then we've got our sweepers in Shatter the Sky and Farewell, as well as Shark Typhoon here to round out the deck, just kind of be a good card to cycle, do some blocking, or pressure Planeswalkers, or just finish out the game. But most of the time we're not casting this, but I have done it a few times, but nothing too crazy in the lanes here. We've got some Field of Ruins, some cycling lands, the channel lands that we've seen that have been quite effective, Castle Ardenvale and Castle Vantress, as well as Hall of the Storm Giants as a creature land that we've seen can just be a really good closer or help pressure Planeswalkers, block, does a whole bunch of stuff like that. In the sideboard, we've got 14 cards, not 15 cards. We've got our Yorion here. We've got Rest in Peace for graveyard matchups. Phoenix is everywhere. We've got Sunset Revelry for aggressive matchups. Dovin's Veto for other control decks, as well as Mystical Dispute for blue decks. I'm not 100% on Narset's Reversal. It might be, the Sultai Ultimatum decks. That could be a thing. There could also be, just some decks where they just play really good cards and you want to kind of get past them, and then some Settle the Wreckage here, again just against aggressive decks or just creature decks that put large bodies into play. Okie dokie, that is the list. Again, pretty straightforward, and we'll take it into the ranked queue and see how we do. Okay. On to our next game here, and we've got a good hand. We've got a ton of counter magic. So yeah. Play with fire. Pyromancer, King. I think we're just gonna chill. Probably cast Dovin's Veto this turn, right? Take some damage. I would love to Dovin's Veto light up the stage. That's not a light up the stage. think our opponent here is recognizing that we are holding up some counter magic, playing around all of it. And I think we are forced to pass here. Alright, that I'm going to go ahead and absorb, I think. As weird as that is. It's mana efficient, it gains us the life. If we draw a card next turn, if we draw a land, excuse me, we can just shatter the sky, the whole board. It needs to be exactly a plains. Very sad. I think I am I'm actually just cycling this now because I am very sad. All right, honestly, I'll live. Like, they have a spell in hand. It's probably, yeah, they're saving it so that they can use it on my creature and then Soul Scar Mage. So we're gonna 5 here. We're going to 2 here. I'm gonna concede. I guess, like, alright, hold up. If my opponent doesn't draw a land this exact turn. Alright, I'm sad.
Don't think a fancy dress means I didn't come.
Cool. We're dead.
Things up to a simmer.
Wow. Yeah. Alright, so let's put all of this in. Do we put Stellar Wreckage in? Probably. We take out these horrible in our sets. Pretty much every single matchup that has existed has been where Narset has been horrible. I feel like all these are fine. Honestly, I might just take out Farewell and then put Stellar Wreckage instead. Just because, again, we're trying to be as efficient with our removal as possible, and just we don't care about giving our opponent some lands. We care about surviving. Our goal is to survive. So. Sunset Revelry should do a lot in this matchup. Giving us blockers, giving us life. Alright, this hand I'll keep. Yeah, probably putting this into play tapped. Put a mulligan, I guess, like a little aggressively here. Decisively, not aggressively. Decisively. Alright, so we got Soul Scar Mage here. So now we have a decision. It's like, do we want to hold up Disruption, or do we want to just Portable Hole? We've got Subtle Wreckage here, so like maybe we can just like get him with Disruption. Alright, yeah, that I'm just gonna snap those off whenever I get a chance. And actually, now that my opponent has shown that they don't have a land, I'm gonna Portable Hole. That's fine. Like, the whole point of this is we are just, again, delaying as much as we can. Alright. I didn't draw another land, and we're on to game 3 already. And we're running it back. But this time we were on the draw, which, you know, as we saw, was not a fun time for us. So hopefully we can draw those Portable Holes. Might be necessary for us to mulligan to those. We'll see. We'll see what our hand is. Well, don't need to mulligan to them when you draw them. I actually think I want to just shock and Portable Hole this. Yeah, pass. I know it's a little awkward, but like, yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, we're gonna main phase Omen of the Sea here, try and find a land. We found a land. Take it. I don't care what it is. It's a land. Our opponent here also kind of like seems to be not necessarily stumbling, but like having some suboptimal draws. Alright, we'll play this tapped, and we'll hold up our absorb. So I want to use our counter spells here on on the burn spells, keep our life total high, and then save our removal for the creatures. That's okay, right? Yeah. Untapped lands? I mean, yeah. I say like, as if I'm disappointed about drawing and casting the Wanderer this turn. Like, I should be ecstatic about doing this. And I'm doing this here, and then just probably just like sacking this off to get myself. Oh, they get rid of the Wanderer too. Dang. Okay, yeah. Let's get Omen of the Sea here. Find another land. Yeah, we'll take this, right? Do we want this Memory Deluge? I feel like we don't. I feel like we just want Teferi. Yep. Okay, I don't know what was in our opponent's hand, but they were done. Okay. That was a quick game. I guess, yeah, because either we die super fast or we use our life gain cards and stabilize pretty easily. All right, one that I roll again. Nice. And not so nice. All right, this is good. The question is, do I want to keep a Fateful Absence or a Shadow of the Sky? I think I want to keep a Shadow of the Sky. There's so many creature decks, I feel like. But I can see it being the other way around. Thoughtseize, to me, signals a blue-black control deck, which is not so good with this hand. And we drew even worse. Okay, we pass here. Oh, so it's Grixis even. Interesting. Sure. We will pass. We can hold up Absorb and then this is a Kolagon's command, I assume. Or a Maestro's Charm. This is the other side. It's like look at the top cards or whatever and like find some or whatever. Yeah, that's gonna be a counter, I feel like. I guess. Well, now it's not. I guess. Okay, our opponent doesn't know what's in our hand. We pass, and like hopefully they just like decide to not cast spells into our open mana, which is nice. Put the fear in them. Put the fear in them. They could also just cast a Memory Deluge here, which would suck. Be big sad. Oh, this is the Kolagon's command, by the way. Yeah, that's a good Kolagon's command, I feel like. Okay. Honestly, I'm gonna cast this now to try and hit they've got the exile spell or whatever. So I guess they can play Nicol Bolas, they can make me discard the Shatter of the Sky, and then I cast a March for 4. Tap out. Kinda sucks, but what can you do? Okay. Yep, just keep playing Magic. At least we're playing Magic, right? Like we are doing things. I guess we can also add this Yorion to our hand next turn, which doesn't seem horrible. I guess they can always Thoughtseize it, which is the unfortunate part. You know, I don't know how much we should play around that, you know, right? Like if we should just like wait till we have 8 mana, or if we should just cast it whenever we can. Nicobolas. That's a good one. This doesn't deal with planeswalkers. Yeah, we should have definitely kept the whatever it was, the Fateful Absence, but again, how are we supposed to know that we're playing against this? Alright, so we will add Yorion here, pass. Honestly, probably get rid of this March. Yeah. And hope to, I guess, like, find another one. I'm not even sure, yeah, how do we, Yeah, we don't have a ton of ways to answer planeswalkers once they hit the board, besides the Fateful Absence and I guess like Teferi and stuff like that, or just attacking them with Yorion or something like that. So, yeah, a little rough. We don't. I'm not even sure if the deck we had didn't even. All right, yeah. So this is honestly, ironically, this is like what I was expecting. I was expecting our opponent to like Thoughtseize us once we added Yorion to our hand. They drown and lock us. I feel like we have lost the game. Pretty much, unless we top deck like I don't know. I don't even know. I'm being serious. I don't know what we could draw that gets us out of this. That's not it. All right, I'm gonna concede for time's sake. Again, if I were not recording a video, I would continue playing there, but there I think there's kind of no point. So do this. I think that's all I want to do. Just board out all these shatters. Board out all the portable holes. Dang, we like don't even have enough stuff to take out. Jeez. I don't think I want Rest in Peace doesn't seem great against them. Like Sunset Revelry doesn't really do much. I can add this Narcissus Reversal. I can have a Shatter or Sunset. I guess this cantrips at least. Seems really bad. Yeah. That's all I got, I guess. Farewell seems even worse. This seems really bad. I guess Farewell is worse than Shadow the Sky because it's more mana, even though this gives them a card if we kill Nicobolas. But yeah, really, I hope to see just never draw these. I would rather just answer them with March, yeah, or just counter their Nicobolases, the Ravager. All right, you know, this is not the worst. I feel like I've got myself a Mystical Dispute that I'll just keep up really early. I guess I should play. I guess I should play this now. I guess it would have been more correct to play the Deserted Beach first, since it's unlikely that they have a lot of. All right, that sucks. They take the Mystical Dispute here, 100%, right? I feel like taking Teferi here is wrong. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, pass. Thoughtseize. I think I am cycling Shark Typhoon in response to that, just because I want to just be able to cycle, get through my deck. Now I'm sad because I drew a Narset. Although if they take the Narset, yeah, I'm fine with that. And they tap out for Expressive Iteration. Don't mind if I do. Alright, there's a Shark Typhoon. So if they just play a Ravager, I'll just discard this Revelry that's not doing much. And then like I get to minus Narset and find like you know, a removal spell or something. Yeah, it seems very okay. Well, I found none of them. I guess I will just get an Omen of the Sea and pass. Yeah. So I have a few turns, by that I mean like 2 more, before this can threaten to flip. Discard a card, deal 2. So it deals 2 here, and then I just discard a card. Seems fine, right? I guess, yeah, just discard Omen of the Sea. It's like, whatever.
I won't forget our time together.
I'm down to just trade both of my Shark Typhoon tokens for this Nicol Bolas. Do you really have... Okay, I was about to be like, do you really have removal? No, they were just figuring out damage. Okay, and I think I am adding Yorion to my hand. Because the plan is, you know, they play nothing, or we Dovin's Veto, and then we Omen of the Sea and Yorion, right? Alright, that's fine. What do I want to discard? I think at this point I discard Shadow of the Sky. Do they have how many? Oh, they have 5. Never mind. I'm gonna discard this. Okay. So now we end a turn, Omen of the Sea. Bottom both. I didn't know they had Crocs in their deck. If I knew they had Crocs, I would have definitely they have Mystical Dispute. They have a Drown in the Lock. Sure. I think I just keep this in case I want to discard the land. I think I probably do want to discard the land because I want to keep the Wanderer, but I also want to Shadow the Sky this. I know it draws them a card, you know, all that stuff, but yeah. I guess even better draw would be to Fairy. Why are they... They have another Drown in the Lock, or they have another, like, Negate or something? Why do they shock this? Like, iteration or something? Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this now. It's not a card, but it lets me keep the Wanderer. It'd be really bad if they had another... Are they just like... They have Death Shadow in their deck? Like, why are they shocking so aggressively? Yep, that sucks. Very nice. Very nice. Alright, let's try and find a removal spell. That's not a good one. That does do the thing. Should I do that or try and waste their turn? Yeah, I guess let's pass and just like bait him, try and bait him into it or whatever. Can have them waste their mana. I'll just do this then. Okay. Dang, I really don't want to concede, but...
If I were you, I'd just surrender. Good help is easy to find
Jeez.
in war.
I think I should do this now. Question is now, how do I get it? How do I get rid of Liliana? They have a Drown in the Lock for that? Cool. They just have it all. I think I'm gonna concede here. I think that was a really bad matchup. I think we had very few cards. Well, first of all, I didn't see any graveyard stuff, so I didn't bring in Rest in Peace. But I also think that we just had no way of winning that matchup with them having Thought Season. All right, so here we are. We're on the draw here, and I think we're gonna keep this. This is pretty good. We've got, you know, Droid Disruption into Narset, and then hopefully we find a fourth land for the Wandering Emperor. I gotta say, I think these Droid Disruptions are gonna come in clutch, just being either a land or a counter spell early. You know, a lot of efficient cards, cheap efficient cards people like to slam, so yeah. Okay, there's our fourth land, so yeah, we're just gonna tap land go. Probably play this next turn and hold up Disruption. So, good start. I guess depending on what our opponent does here. Gilded Goose. I'm okay with that. Especially since our opponent didn't do anything on 2, I would imagine, or with on 1, I imagine they are tapping out here for a 4-drop. Well then. I think I am gonna cast this. I might as well make use of my mana and make them use a food. Like, it's not the best usage of the card, but it's fine, right? It takes a mana out of them permanently, right? I don't know. I could also see just letting it resolve, but I guess I will take Shark Typhoon over Narset. I don't feel like Narset is the way to go here, especially with Memory Deluge in hand. So if we could just survive until 6 mana, we can cast Farewell and just kind of hope to stabilize. We'll see what our opponent does here. What is this? I actually kind of hope they keep that haste so that I can exile it, because this card can do a lot of work, right?
My mind needs a rest.
So, yeah, I think I am just casting the Wanderer here and exiling Jaxis. You know, both, you can kind of look at these cards as like the same, but like this card provides a little bit more value, especially with Narset off the battlefield. If Narset was not on the battlefield, then like maybe. Apologies if the game sounds kind of loud. Oh, so that's fine because this can exile enchantments, right? It gives them a little bit of value for now, but like, that's fine. Okay, and I think I'm just playing this tapped, because I don't care about having a, you know, this 2/2 surviving. And again, every you know, point of life that you can save really does matter and when you're playing a control deck. So we're representing Shark Typhoon here, right? But we're actually, yeah, that's fine. Ooh, that is not great. I didn't realize. I forgot about this. Sure. Yeah, this is a problem. This is not great. Sure. I think we should just, yeah, Shock Typhoon here. So we're taking 7 by blocking. We block this, we take 7. Go to 5. It is. Well, feels bad. Hopefully they play this. That'd be awesome. Of course they don't because they're smart. Do I want to exile all graveyards? Yeah. My graveyard doesn't matter here. And I think, yep, be all of their stuff. And they can cast Bone Crusher, or they could cast... if they have another haste threat, I'm going to be really sad. Elf is fine. And I assume Bone Crusher. Okay. So now we can go... Oh. We could do that, but I think I would rather play this... Yeah, I think I'm gonna to fairy tuck the Bone Crusher Giant.
Trust me. You'll thank me.
And then Portable Hole the Lenore Elves. So now my opponent's left with 2 cards in hand. And if they deploy a haste, or a card that does not have haste, then we get to Shadow the Sky and then Memory Deluge. So think if we can untap with Teferi, we win the game. And they have that. Okay. They have Bone Crusher, but just dead, which is hilarious. Okay. They do that. That's fine.
I suppose that's how.
What do they have to play? Alright, so I am forced pretty much to... I guess I can cast this. Let me do this first. Those are pretty good. I think I should do this and then just cast this now. And pass, and then yeah. Then actually you can cast both Wandering Emperor and Absorb. Which will be hot. Hot, hot, hot. Aurora Elves is really good to see, actually. I'm very happy to see that. And I will pass. Go ahead. So, since my opponent didn't do anything, I'm going to play as if their only interaction is Bone Crusher Giant. So I'm gonna make a Samurai here.
Learned much during my travels.
And I assume they're going to go ahead and try and stomp my token. In which case I will absorb the stomp. Okay, so I'm free to block. And yeah, that should be pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's go ahead and tick up. Go attacking. Oh, I can actually add Yorion to my hand and still cast Memory Deluge. Or do I want to just cast Memory Deluge and have some kind of interaction up? I think I just want to honestly just kind of cast this now. Try and find things. Let's just grab these. You know, this can, you know, counter Stomp. It can counter Fable the Mirror Breaker, so kind of down for that. Wow. That's a funny one. I think I'm making another 2/2. Go into combat. And I actually don't even really feel like I need to do much, right? I think I can just cast Memory Deluge and or even honestly I should be attacking with all the Storm Giants. But we'll just do this. We'll grab double absorb. Don't mind if I do. I'll put another counter here. And like now I'm not just not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna use these counter spells and win the game that way. Okay. Nice. Wonder there being a good closer at the end. Alright, so I think I'm just putting in some Sunset Revelries to help me stabilize. I guess Settle the Wreckage is kind of good too. Maybe it's better than like Shark Typhoon. And we'll take out these bad Narsets. Just like load up on a removal early. Dovin's Veto is fine, right? Being able to counter some things. It still has the potential to be kind of awkward. But again, it's still better than like Narset. And like, I guess I'm not sure if it's better than the Shark Typhoons. But we'll try him and keep him in here and just see what that does. Alright, let's run this back. His hand is a little awkward. Especially because all we have is card draw effects. But I guess we do have this Laganjo here. So actually I'm going to keep it. I'll give us some amount of interaction. Ooh, Elf is not a good start for us, but what else can you do? I think we are just playing this in passing. Or should we play this? Yeah, I think I'm gonna want my lands because this is a spell right now. Yeah, I think I'm playing farmland as a tap land. So yeah, them playing a 3-drop here before we even have any kind of interaction up is not good. Yeah. Not gonna sugarcoat it. All right, just a Bone Crusher Giant, which is like not great, but not the worst, right? If we can hit a absorb, and then shatter the sky, I feel like that's all we'll need here. We haven't seen Collected Company, but I assume they could have it. I guess we saw Fable the Mirror Breaker, right? So like maybe that signals that it's not. Interesting. So I guess they are making a copy of Bone Crusher. Attacking me for 8. And just trying to beat me down, I guess. Yeah, I guess I'm like dead next turn, unless I Well, there's the absorb. So they draw some cards, but they only have 5 mana available next turn. And I guess even if they don't cast something and just attack, I can Aganjo. Right, here's hoping they just like cast something large. Are they doing this? Why? Seems like a really weird play. And now notice that the this ability doesn't trigger because it is not a spell, it is an activated ability. I think I will go ahead and cast the card that is astounding. Card's amazing. I guess it's not too crazy, because again we still gotta not be behind on board and all that stuff, but it's kind of fine. So I can cast another. Ooh. Yikes. I guess it's like whatever. I'm okay with them drawing some cards, right? Jeez, I kind of want to play this as a land again. I guess I can do this and like threaten this. Yeah. And then we just pass. So they get to draw their cards here, right? I guess I could Otawara, but I would rather get the Wanderer down, I think. I guess I will block one of them. And I guess like bluff them into like activating that. Yeah, so then I just gonna and exile this. They could have like something that gives it hexproof. That would really suck. But I would imagine this is Stomp.
This is what you get for hurting my people.
So we'll take 3, which is fine. Yep, there's the stomp. It's fine.
I'm never done for good.
There's a Ganjo. That's kind of nice. Yeah, I think I am playing this passing. So now I have like Absorb Up, I can cast Memory Deluge, I can do a Ganjo. I got so many options, and I got Field of Ruin. I can even Field of Ruin the lair. Oh, I could also do the Bugbear, but I guess I would just want to hold it up for whatever they activate. Sure. I'm gonna do this now. Let's grab, I guess, just the planes. Doesn't really matter, I guess. Alright. And let's grab an island. Let's see what that does. Okay. And let's see what we got going on here. I will block. See what they do. And then I guess... So here's an interesting thing. I could... I think I do want to make use of my mana. I feel like they're probably just... And like this is a good card too. Alright, so getting into that is good. Again, odds are they're just casting this Bone Crusher and passing. You know, Fable of the Mirror Breaker is not the best for me, but it's not the worst. I think I am just shocking and holding up Memory Deluge and Absorb. If we can find a Farewell, you know, that's gonna pretty much cancel out my opponent's entire board here. Interesting that they have Gilded Goose in their deck. It seems like it's just another copy of the Noros. I guess they're just like 3-drop tribal, it seems like, or just like trying to do all of those things. Interesting. So this looks like they're activating Lair again, which is fine. I can just block with the 1/1. Better yet, I can block with the 7/7 if I really wanted to. Yeah, I think objective number 1 is cast Marie Luge, see what we get. Okay, so you got this and this. And yeah, I think I'm just block here. And let all this happen. And yeah, I guess I could also counter the Bone Crusher on the way down. Yeah, I think I'd like to do that, just so that I can Memory Deluge kind of and be at a decent life total, right? Because I can march the lair if they play it or something like that, and then go from there. So yeah, I have a bunch of disruption up, so you know, doing fine here. Yeah, if I can cast Memory Deluge here, find Farewell, cast it, I think I'll be okay. And we're also up a game, I should point out. Yeah, my ideal turn for my opponent here is pump everything into Lair the Hydra, attack. That would be most ideal. Which actually I think is even just the objective correct play. I'm not even saying that because I want them to do it. Like, you should be, if you see that your opponent here has a Memory Deluge, you want to make this as taxing for your opponent. You want to put as much damage into your opponent as much as you can to kind of make it more difficult for them to stabilize. So yeah, so there you go. So they do this. They can go ahead and attack. I'm going to go ahead and march for 0. Submit. Exile this. So here I'm, you know, even though I'm going to Memory Deluge and hope to find a Wrath, again, these creature lands, avoid that, and also, again, I just want to keep my life total as high as possible. Alright, so here we go. We get the Memory Deluge. Hopefully we find one of our various Wraths. There's a Settle. There's also an Absorb. There's also another Memory Deluge. So I think I'm doing the Settle. But what am I doing after that? I guess I'm doing Memory Deluge to find another Wrath Effects. Yeah, it seems fine. Let's just play this. Honestly, could even cast this now, but I don't think I want to. Yeah, I think I'm just chilling. And yeah, this is going to give my opponent some lands, but that's fine. So this is an interesting moment where I could Dovin's Veto to deny some cards from my opponent. And also, I'm not even sure if there's other targets, but it would also delay the casting of Memory Deluge. I think I'm okay with that. Yeah, it's fine. I can even sack the Omen of the Sea here to scry. That might be good. Sure. Sure. Okay, so my opponent's assembled. I think this is like their infinite or whatever. Tap other creature you control after this combat. Yeah. Hopefully they just attack with everything and we get to blow them out. And I'm going to do this now to stop them from getting, like, you know, Goblin Shaman triggers and all these things. Yeah. It's a cool effect. So I guess they get to get a treasure and then untap the Kiki Jiki and... Oh, is that still, does that still do it? Oh, wow. I have been got. Wow. Yeah, wow, because my interaction was Settle the Wreckage and not, a Farewell or a Shadow the Sky, I lose. Wow, interesting interaction here. Yeah, because there's no timing, between this, attacking and activating. Yep, I got it. I'm just gonna concede here to speed things up. So, okay. That being said, I still think that all of this is necessary. Even the Dovin's Veto, because that can counter the Fable, which is part of their combo. Yeah, I just think this is my configuration. Let's just keep going. Run it back. And yeah, I think our Memory Deluge there was a little unfortunate. Not being able to hit the right 4-mana interaction. Maybe it means Settle the Wreckage should come out, because that seemed pretty bad. This we're going to keep. We've got all the cards that we would want. And we're not letting Fable or the Kiki Jiki enchantment stick around after that. The interesting deck from our opponent. That's kind of a cool little interaction there with the Combat Celebrant and Kiki Jiki. So Dovin's Veto hopefully can counter something early. Again, it can counter the Fable. It can counter the Stomp from the Bone Crusher Giant. Opponent thinking over their hand. They mulligan to 5 here. Interesting. All right, we will play our stuff. Yeah. Lenore Elves is fine. I don't think I want to cycle these for nothing. So, they go. Alright, if we see a Fable, we're countering it. Okay. Yep. Fine. I think I am just gonna cycle this first, see what's going on. I guess, yeah, I guess a Ganjo doesn't really matter, yeah. I guess I might as well just block, save some tiny bit of damage, and just cycle between our deck. This is gonna go away. I think I want to play that and pass. So they're learning their lesson here and casting Bone Crusher Giant as a 4/3, not trying to do the stomp shenanigans. Opponent not playing into Shark Typhoon, which I appreciate. I salute them. So we're gonna cast our Teferi here.
I'm known for my excellent. Hurry.
And just no attacks. Tap our stuff here. This is for each legendary creature, yeah. So, alright, so we're gonna block the Bone Crusher here. 100%. Keep our Teferi around. I assume I don't have to explain this play. Oh, I love countering an Ember Cleave. Don't mind if I do.
No more games.
Don't mind if I do. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and draw another card.
Hold that thought.
Hold that thought. We can play this. Cast Omen of the Sea and untap our lands. Guess we want another Omen of the Seas since we're gonna cast either Absorb or a Ganjo and then use that. I guess we also had this farmland, but eh. So let's go ahead and discard here. Target that. They have another Ember Cleave. I guess they probably don't have another Ember Cleave, yeah. Chandra Torch Defiance. I will go ahead and counter that, yeah. Alright, so our opponent has one card left. We've got lots of cards. And, yeah. I don't know what else to say. I'm actually down for another Dovin's Veto. Again, I feel like the only way that I lose this game is my opponent casting and resolving Fable the Mirror Breaker. Guess I can just cast this, make some 1/1s. Protect by Walker. Strangle, you say? I actually think I'm going to let that resolve. Again, the only way that I lose this game is by them resolving a non-creature spell that is impactful like Fable. Okay, there we go. Alright, so there you go. That was Blue-White Control. We had I think it was a 2-1. We just had a rough matchup against the Grixis deck with all the Thoughtseizes and counterspells and everything. And then just getting to play just a more all right, so that was Blue-White Control. As you saw, we kind of had 2-1 record there. Really only struggling against the Grixis control deck that was able to be a little bit more advantageous with their spells, getting to be proactive, getting to use hand disruptions and then play their threat, whereas we kind of had to be more counterspell oriented. So that kind of deck just naturally is a lot better against this style of deck. But otherwise, having some fun, having some good wins here. Some takeaways, one of the things out of the sideboard was Sunset Revelry, really good in a lot of matchups. I even brought it in the Grixis matchup just because I didn't have enough cards. Just doing a lot. Yeah. Um, Portable Hole and March being really effective removal spells. You might think of March as the better version because it's instant speed, but Portable Hole just being 1 mana to exile something, really, really nice. I will say right now the deck struggles to deal with a resolved Planeswalker other than Fateful Absence or resolving it to Fairy or pressuring it down with creatures. It has no way to just, boop, your Planeswalker's gone other than the Fateful Absence. As for the rest, Farewell, I think stabilized us once. It's a little too expensive, but there are, and also there's just not really enough creature decks in the format right now. We played against mono red aggro. At one point earlier, when I was playtesting this, I played against a humans deck, but there are a ton of these mid-range decks that they have some creatures, but they're just so value oriented. They're not trying to run you down necessarily. So Shadow the Sky and Farewell kind of not doing too much in a lot of matchups. Right, and kind of similarly for Narset, like when you have those when you run into those creature matchups, Narset tends to underperform. So yeah, really relying on drawing the right cards at the right time, as most control decks do kind of do. But yeah, right now just with the Explorer meta, missing cards like Eidolon and the Great Revel and things like it. There's just not enough aggressive decks running around, and so you can kind of see that there's a lot of these greedier, value-oriented decks that do just kind of tend to beat up on this. But this deck can still contend, I should say. Just Memory Deluge providing and Teferi providing a ton of card draw. As for Yorion, there's been a big question right now of whether Yorion is the way to go. Whether you should be just playing 60 cards or whether the kind of package with Omen of the Sea is worth it. I do think with Wanderer it is pretty nice getting to like end of turn minus this, cast this, and blink it and all that stuff, and then you get to reset the Wanderer and that kind of stuff. Same thing with Narset. That kind of thing shouldn't necessarily be overlooked, but yeah, I'm not sure. I didn't really feel too many times that I wanted Yorion, but the other thing is that I didn't really feel like there was a cost to me playing Yorion. There's just enough cards in this deck. We're not really playing any bad cards. We're playing all good cards here. So there's enough redundancy, as you might say, to make this deck work. All right, so that's going to do it for me. Again, I'm really enjoying the Explorer format. Going to do a ton more of these. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below what kind of decks you want me to play in the future. If you enjoyed the video, remember to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. It would really help me out. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me, and I will see you for the next video.